My defense is always going to start with Superman. I tuck in my head, my neck, and I put my hands out as far as I can, driving my head into the shoulder, over-penetrating with those hands, because you don't know if he's going to move back. You want to over-penetrate. Okay, so here's the attack. Here's the first defense. Clinch up right here. Now notice the knife is still live. It's not very secured right now. So I want to keep a separation, pushing his face away, and pulling my arm back as far as I can. Okay, now he cannot get this knife loose, and he cannot get his arm loose to fight back unless he opens his hand. When he opens his hand, the knife will drop. So he's limited right now. I'm going to keep this grip, and I'm going to throw knee strikes or kicks, using my hands as a defense. Throwing knees, 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 kicks up the middle, knees to the face. Okay, if he drops the knife, then I can continue to attack or retreat or step on the knife. If he does not, and his head is lower than my hips, now I can take this hand, put it behind his head, still securing the knife, stepping to the front, grabbing the hip, and slowly pulling him back. If I can catch this arm with my leg, now he's more secure. So I keep him tied up over here, and I'm not going to try to disarm the knife. I want him to drop the knife from punishment. Drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it. Once he secures the knife, it's still a threat, so I may have to handle business here. You have a really cool neck crank, or take the knife and do what you need with it, according to the laws. Second attack, same exact defense. This time it is a slash. Same thing. Drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it. And get your helper here too. Here, finish him off. Now we're going to go over the second type of defense against a knife attack, which is going to be a straight thrust. Okay, this is probably the most common type of attack that occurs. When it happens, you're probably going to think you're getting punched. You're not going to see it coming. After you get hit a few times, you may realize that is a knife attack. That's probably what's going to happen. Okay? We're not going to go on a presentation. So a presentation is when he just shows you the knife. Okay? There's other options when there's a presentation. One, you can obviously run, you can give him your wallet, or you can make the world a better place. Okay, again, disclaimer, this is a simple defense, not something you have to practice and practice and practice. I'm sure there's more intricate, detailed defenses, but again, I don't spend a lot of time. I haven't done any of this. This is all cold for over a year and a half. If you're able to perform under those conditions, it's probably a good knife defense system, in my opinion. So the first thing you're going to do is you want to stop the attack. Again, keep in mind, you may have already gotten hit. Okay? The main focus is securing the weapon, which is the arm. So he goes to thrust, and I'm going to block this way. Forearm. Now, if I don't grab his hand, he pulls back, he strikes again. I'm going to block again. So he's going to continuously do that, and I'm going to continuously try to block. When you can, you're going to slide down, lock shoulders, and pull that hand to the ground. To get him off balance a little bit, what I do is I wiggle and I pull back. Okay? More than likely, he's going to pull back, and I get my 2-on-1 grip right here. So I just turn for the camera. Okay? He's not a dummy. He's got a free hand. So remember, my control hand is the one in the armpit. Okay? I'm waiting for him to grab that knife. Once I do, I use the hand that was controlling the wrist to secure both hands, shoot this one under, and squeeze. This is going to hurt. 90% of the people. A few people are kind of immune to this. I'm going to squeeze. Right now, I immobilize that knife. He cannot get it out. My choice of what I want to do. I'm going to either strike knees, headbutt, or once he drops the knife, now I can do some type of takedown. Whatever you got to do. Okay, second option. Again, he's going to do the thrusting attack. Stop it, stop it. Lock corners and grab. Now if it comes to this side of my body, I don't want to wrestle with him. I'm going to go back to the defense against the slash. Create separation, pull back as far as I can. Okay, he can rotate the wrist, but he cannot really stab me. Maybe he can scratch me. And then going back to the original technique, striking, getting that head lower than my hips, shoot his hand around, circle, catch the arm if you can, lock up face, strike again until he drops the knife. I'm not doing any disarming tactics. Once he drops the knife, I can disable him, pick up the knife, and do what you need to do according to the law. So when you drill this, it's okay for your partner to try with 100% to stab you with the thrust. Obviously use a soft or rubber knife. It's harder to defend halfway attacks with this. A fully dedicated attack is easier to defend. Drop it, drop it, drop it. There you go.